Hello, my name's Jared, and I'm here on this beautiful day to share some words. What words? I don't know. I just know that I feel called to speak. I like speaking, I like sharing, and I've been hitting. There's these two opposing forces, right? Because I've been both the most creative, the most expressive, the most free in my expression that I've been in my life, and at the same time, I've been running up against some major roadblocks to said creative expression and finding where the creativity is flowing and where it is not. And that's teaching me a lot about myself, about my desires, and how my desires may be different from what is really, in actuality, wanting to come out of me. And in this moment, this is what wants to come out of me. And I don't understand why, and I don't understand what I'm going to talk about. I have a lot of ideas about where things might be going in my life. I have ideas about where I want things to be going, which are different from the feelings of where I want things to be going. And I'm in this space of creating and sharing a lot of things that I'm not. It's not that I'm not comfortable sharing them. I want to share them, but I'm getting more comfortable just sharing things as they are, things as they want to be. And I'm trying to allow myself to do that, like this video, even though there is no real point to it, because it's helping me to discern to understand what does light me up, what is okay. So I was talking about that creative roadblock. I've been working on a video. It began as a song idea, and I got really excited. The song came easily, and then all of a sudden all these words started coming, and it was really fun. And I had a fun night of like I did some production and like got the beat going, and I got the words, and I got the melody, and it was great. It was beautiful. And I was like, okay, I'm excited to film this and share this. And then the next day, I went in on the production, made it a little bit tighter, a little bit neater, a little bit, went more in depth. And then I was like, okay, time to rehearse, time to sing it and share it. And as I was rehearsing, I started getting ideas about, okay, well, what if I make this a whole video? You know? And so then I was like, well, if I make it a whole video, then I have to produce the vocals too. I can't sing it live. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to produce the vocals. And then I've never done vocals. I've never recorded them before on my own or, produced them, mixed them. And so, but I have the equipment that I hadn't used. And so I was like, okay, let me figure out this equipment and record the vocals. And things just started snowballing. And it was like, okay, all of a sudden I have to take more and more steps to share this thing that I want to share. And now it's becoming more and more challenging. And so I spent the first night, recording the vocals, and I was like, oh, I don't like the way my voice sounds because those mics, they pick up everything. And So I was like, okay, it's fine. I'll watch a tutorial about how to produce better, and I'll do it tomorrow. And like, if I put the right effect on it, they'll sound good. So then the next day, I went back and I recorded the vocals again, and I still didn't like the way that it sounded. And I was like, okay, I just need another day. And then I filmed the video. That went pretty well. It's something I'm more used to, is being in front of a camera and dancing, which is, yeah, what I do. What I've done, historically speaking, that is. So the video went really well. Then, of course, at this point, it had been a few days of doing all these things and like putting all of my energy into it, and I learned a lot. It was fun. I learned how to produce. I learned how to use my mic. I learned more about my own voice. And then yesterday, I was like, okay, it's time to share this video. It is time to share this video. I'm going to finish it today. And I started this at about 1:30 in the afternoon. I started to record vocals, or started to sing. And I was like, I'm recording these vocals for the last time, and I'm figuring this out, and I'm going to post it. And I recorded the vocals. I was going bit by bit, being more intentional about the way that I was enunciating, the way that I was breathing, and just trying to do it healthily. But of course, I got tired, and I kept going. And I spent a long time yesterday editing the vocals, and I ended up kind of like butchering them, distorting them more, which taught me something. I've learned more about how to actually, what's actually important when recording vocals. But anyway, then I went to editing the video, and I did that until about 1:30 in the morning. So about 12 hours that I spent on this. And by the end of it, I had no more voice. I was exhausted. I didn't feel inspired. And I still wasn't done. There's still like so much work to do, because the vocals I wasn't happy with, and I was like, I need to now do that again. And so last night I was like, okay, tomorrow's the last day, and I'm gonna do the vocals, and I'm gonna finish the video. And here I am, taking a break because I'm tired and I'm done. And what I've learned from this, and I'm going to use the analogy of singing as a broader a broader analogy for self-expression, for, yes, communication of oneself, which can be extended to how we dress, how we speak, what we associate with, what we do, who we spend our time with, what we say. All of that is a sort of expression, like singing. And I found that this has happened multiple times as I've begun to share. Last week I recorded a video of a song, of myself singing a song that I wrote. And while I liked the end result, I also couldn't sing for the next 2 or 3 days because I went overboard and my voice was tired. And why did this happen? You know? In each of these cases, it was because the way, when I sing, when I breathe, and I let sound come out, I allow the breath to move through my vessel and leave my body as it does. It has a certain sound to it, of course, obviously. And on those days of recording, if I were to allow that sound to come out, I would be able to sing as long as I wanted to sing, and I would know when it was time to stop. Because I would receive those signals from my body. Okay, it's time to stop. We're tired. But what ends up happening when I sing like that, I feel very insecure. I don't like the way that it sounds. I don't like the way that I sound when I just sing with quote unquote proper technique, which is really just relaxation, allowing things to flow in and out naturally, the breath, allowing the throat to relax. What I end up doing is doing a take and then being like, no, I can do that better. Okay, I can do that better. Another one, I can do that better. Another one, I can do that better. But though I don't always realize it in the moment, what I'm doing is I'm holding my throat. I'm grabbing onto a sound. I'm actually hearing a sound in my head that I've heard before, that I've heard from someone else, that I've deemed valuable. That's a good sound, right? That sounds in my head, and now what I'm doing is contorting my body, holding my breath, or forcing my breath, or forcing my throat, twisting my tongue in order to replicate that sound, and it might sound good. The first, the second, the third time. But over time, it's unsustainable. I can't continue to replicate it because my vessel is maybe not set up in a way that supports that sound. That vibration, that color. And I can spend my life replicating those sounds, trying to replicate those sounds, so that I receive approval, so that other people say, yeah, we like the sound that's coming out of you because it's a sound that we deem valuable. And I can do that, but I will get tired. I will spend all of my energy trying to do that one day, and then not being able to sing 2, 3, 4 days later, and then doing it again, and then not being able to sing. And I think I've had a tendency to do that with all of my expression. Again, what I wear, how I speak, the things I do, the things I say, who I am. I've twisted and contorted myself into shapes that others deem valuable, so that I could see myself as valuable, so that I could look in the mirror and see the sound of me, see the vibration, the color, the timbre of who I am, and deem it valuable and like it. But it was exhausting, unsustainable. The same thing with this video. I was trying really hard for it to be perfect, so that when I shared it, again, I could have my sheath of invulnerability that others could not penetrate with their judgment, because I had deemed my video perfect, my vocals perfect, my production perfect, even though I'd literally not produced vocals before or recorded them. So to expect myself to have it perfect on the first go is unreasonable. But anyway, this is me allowing myself to release the tension I had been holding on to for days in an effort to achieve this goal that only got further away the more progress I made towards it. Because I was just digging myself deeper into something that I couldn't get out of because it wasn't realistic. But this is realistic. And this feels good. This feels really good. I'm using my voice and I'm speaking how I feel inspired to speak. And it feels good. I encourage you to do the same. It's really tiring to hold on to an idea, to try to become that idea. And you can shapeshift to look, sound, smell like that idea. Smell. I don't know. You can. Or I can just relax and do what I do and not get tired and do that every day and it be fun. And this does apply to singing. I will be sharing more of myself singing, whether or not I sound what I consider to be good, what other people consider to be good. And sometimes I will sound good, and sometimes I probably won't sound good either. But I want to share, I still have a very, it's very tender. It's very vulnerable. I'm still going to share what I consider my best. But in those days where I kept going and going and going to try to get the perfect sound, what I started with was probably my best that day, because where I'm at on a day of singing, where I'm at in a day of life, is where I'm at. It's just where I'm at that day. I want to improve as a singer. I will. But it doesn't happen by brute force. It doesn't happen by faking it. By configuring, crafting, curating a sound that's unsustainable because I can do that. I can muster up all my energy and force and strength that I have to create a sound that's really beautiful and incredible and share that and then get validation. But I'm going to have to keep doing that and upholding that standard that I've set if I want to uphold the illusion that that's really how I sound all of the time, which is not. So I'd rather just sound how I sound, sing what I want, be who I am, and share it every single day that I want to. Because that's where I'm at, and that's who I am, and that's what I've got. And this is what I've got. This is where I'm at. This is who I am today. But I will share more singing, because I really do love singing and doing that project. While I do want to record music, make music, it's fun. The way I was going about it brought all of the joy out of it. And I really do enjoy just singing live, just allowing it to be what it is. And not trying to control it myself so much. Don't try to control yourself so much, okay? You've tried too hard. Give yourself a break before you break, okay? You can't do it forever. We're not built for doing that forever. A lot of things in our culture are available. A lot of resources are available to us to contort ourselves into shapes. There's also a lot of resources available to express ourselves as we authentically are. The same things that can be used to hide ourselves and to look different can also be used to express ourselves. Products, clothing, makeup, all of these things. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I think that's where I'll leave it. So, I'm taking that pressure off of me. And this is what I'm sharing. And if you stayed this long, thank you for listening. And I hope it's helpful in some way. It's helpful for me, really. It's fun for me. It's enjoyable for me. And I'm so excited to keep sharing. And I really thank you if you have shown any kind of support. It means a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. And you mean a lot to me. And you mean a lot to the world. You are valuable. You are valuable and worthy and beautiful. So I hope that life continues to treat you well. And I hope that you find one small way that you can take a little bit of that pressure off and allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to flow. Allow that breath to fill in your lungs, to move up, and to vibrate, to resonate in whatever way it does. As babies, we don't get tired of crying. We just cry. That sound just comes out of us, right? Or laughing, or whatever it is. Anyway, I'm babbling now, so I love you. Let yourself breathe. Let your light breathe. Let your life breathe. And relax. It's all working out. I promise, I promise, I promise. There's a lot of light. There's a lot more light than some things will have us believe. Alright, love you.